What is up, everybody? Astrocatical here, and welcome to the Astrocastrophe. Tonight, we are going to be discussing the Silent Hill 2 team blooper reveal trailer, which dropped yesterday, to a bit of a milquetoast response from fans on the internet who immediately noticed that the combat is somewhat janky and wooden looking. Some people said it needs to be polished up, while others are pointing out that things like the juice puzzle and the clock puzzle fortunately are there, but if that's all you have to talk about, it's not saying a whole lot for the game. But let's take a quick look at the trailer here. I myself have a bit of a lukewarm response to it. I think it looks okay. The graphics, they seem fine. One thing I could point out is that the lighting, it's too bright. This is a game that is meant to be dark, it's meant to be grimy. The things that scare you are the things you don't see. So it reveals a lot in these settings. It looks nice, but that's not the point of Silent Hill. So I hope that they take the consideration of the fans seriously. The monsters look good, though. I will say that the combat, again, it's somewhat reminiscent of maybe a Dead Space remake, Callisto Protocol. Some people compared it to Alan Wake 2, but they're saying it's like maybe a generation or two behind. So that says a lot about what the fans are expecting. Myself personally, I think this is going to be a survival filler, which is just going to be a horror game that is going to act as a filler until something better comes out. I'm not expecting anything phenomenal from this. I don't think you can replicate the original Silent Hill 2, first and foremost because the original Silent Hill team was comprised of employees who were basically told, hey, if you don't create a game that can compete with Resident Evil, you no longer have a job for us. So take that for what it is. I think they made the game out of desperation, and sometimes you can create wonderful pieces of art and aesthetic that will translate over the years to YouTube and multiple documentaries and people analyzing it throughout the years, which I don't think a remake will be able to ever encapsulate or recreate. I think they're just going to take this game, Team Blooper, and give it a very bare bones minimum take on it, which is like, okay, spoiler alert here, guy goes to town after he receives a letter from his dead wife. He does some investigating, and then he finds out that he killed her and he's been the murderer all along. So I think they're just going to go with that, and they're not going to dive into any of the sort of Carl Jungian elements of human psyche, nor will they do any of the sort of strange, bizarre, sort of like Twin Peaks style dialogue that James seems to be espousing everywhere he goes, walking around like he's in a dream. I don't think that they're going to be able to achieve all of that, because it'd be like recreating a Stanley Kubrick film like The Shining and trying to, recreate everything in that movie precisely the way he did. I think they're just going to make it like an episode of The Twilight Zone where it has a simple setup. This man killed his wife and doesn't know it, and that's the reveal at the end. They're not going to really dive too deep into it, and so you're just going to have this filler game for people who never played Silent Hill 2. And I hope they at least polish up the combat, make it a little bit better, give this game at least something to go off of, because it can be entertaining. I think it'll be okay, and I think it'll entertain people, but it is Team Blooper, and this is a controversial company for multiple reasons. I've never enjoyed a game by them, so I hope for once they at least give me something I can appreciate. But they're taking one of my babies. They're taking the baby of a lot of people. These are baby snatchers. So keep that in mind. This is Silent Hill 2. This is a game that is very cherishable to fans. The new generation of fans, like the new generation of Resident Evil fans, have no respect for it. So we'll see what they have to say about it. They'll probably end up enjoying it, hey? But it'll boost sales for Team Blooper, and it'll boost sales for Konami, because they still own the rights and retain that. But we'll see. Not the highest of hopes here, but I'll give you more when we hear more about it. There is no set date for release yet, and we will see in the future if at all this game does decide to fix itself up and come out. Anyways, I'm Astrocatical. This has been the Astrocastrophe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.